We had 3 beautiful kids, business was flourishing, and we thought, hey, everything's tracking along okay.
Joshua was running around the house without a T-shirt. We looked at his stomach and we said, oh, what's this? And he goes, I don't know.
There was a bit of a bulge on his tummy. The doctor called in. After a couple of questions, she suggested, look, they're saying bring him into Starship. Want to check him out at ED just to be on the safe side. We were there for pretty much the whole day. I sat there, tests after tests. Almost 3/4 of his liver had shown some mass or tumour. They also said, oh, we may have found another spot in his lung.
I just said, no, we need another test. We need a second opinion. Because at that stage I was in denial. I was like, no, God wouldn't let this happen because we've prayed and it's going to be all right.
He got to a stage where the chemo was to a size to operate in May, and that was his chance. That was his best chance to get rid of all the tumour. We thought, yes, it's been removed. Now he's just got more treatments just to try and get rid of any remaining. And we met with the oncologist, and the result was it had spread.
I went home, I closed the door, I fell on my knees and I said, Lord, you show up. You show up right now. I know you can do something, you show up. The very next morning, I get a knock on the door, and there's this old lady, and she says to me, you don't know me, but I was praying for your son. I was in a church meeting, I'm the chairman of this church meeting, and the Holy Spirit said to me, get up now and go to this woman's house. And she says, and I saw a vision of this young boy of the heart of God. And then my son walks in and she's like, that's the boy that I saw. And prior to her coming in, my faith was going down because my son's condition was deteriorating. So when she came and visited me that day, she picked me back up. I'm like, no, I still believe you, God. You're still good. You're still good.
I'd said around about just after 3:15 that afternoon when I came back into the room, I was just stroking his head. I could see him. Yeah, the plane had arrived. So my words to my son was, son, I give you permission to go home. I'll look after Mum. I'll look after your sisters. But you have permission to go home. Thank you for being such an awesome son. He took his last breaths there.
When he passed away, I just kept feeling I'm in a valley. I need to get to a mountain. And I looked at Mount Eden and I thought, Lord, when I get through the grief, I'm going to walk that mountain. Almost 4 years later, I climbed up Mount Eden, and when I got to the crater part, I felt like the Lord was saying, let all that grief, that pain, just let it go in that crater, in that valley. It's gone. And just this overwhelming sense of peace as I walked up Mount Eden and to the top of the summit, almost to say, I've finished one season and I'm ready to start a next one.
In our loss, God has come through and revealed in His time, and what has really held me is just trust me. Just trust me and lean on me. And He's been my anchor during the storms that I've gone through over the last couple of years. I don't need to understand, I think where I am now, I don't really need to understand the why. It's the physical separation that really hurts. I just know, and I refer to, He's in a good place. He's been promoted.
And I think it started a journey for me in terms of being more alert of God's signs and wonders. Like He speaks when you're not looking, but if you're alert, I'm surprised what I've seen and heard because I'm aware that God speaks through creation, through people that you don't know. I've just had endless revelations as a result of being more open.